Before learning how to exit from the trap of samsara, you need to be armed with a little bit of know-how. Specifically, how a being or an entity is lured to get trapped in the wheel of samsara due to its curiosity. As the entities or the beings are very curious and wants to see, know, taste, hear, sense, and experience all. Just like in a fish trap, this curiosity was used against the beings to initially trap them and also to keep them inside the trap. It is just like some casinos use various attractions, like food, drinks, and other entertainments of addiction to keep you inside. Similarly, what keeps you bound to this cruel game of life and death, called samsara, are also attractions offered to please your five senses. That means visions to please your eyes, sounds to please your ears, smells, tastes, sensory pleasures through your skin. All these are dangled in front of your nose and come nicely wrapped in the form of love, romance, parties, properties, cars, wealth, family and friends, beautiful bodies, health and wealth, etc. And once you indulge in it, you keep wishing more and more of those. Why you wish it again and again? Because you got attached, bonded, a tanha, attached into the spot, to it in your own mind. These attachments does lead to great pain. Once you are born into this world, you start to play one of these three roles. You are either a victim or else a villain, a character whose evil actions or motives are important to the plot, or else a rescuer. Only three kinds of thoughts in your mind creates these bonds. 1. Excessive hatred, dvasha, creates attachments. 2. Excessive lust, raga, creates attachments. 3. Mu'uha, or the ego, tainted wrongful decision-making and selection of the choices, creates attachments. Only those thoughts with excessive lust, hatred, or ignorance, muha, has enough energy to create these bonds, so it is only about 2% of the thoughts, abhi-sankara, in the mind of an average person that can create lasting bonds. And more you think about something or someone with lust or hate or misunderstanding or delusion, more you get attached and more you create energy of bond called karmic bond upadana. In simple terms, upadanas are your wishes or the desires. Strong desires or wishes in turn create defilements such as greed and lust and pollute the mind, which generates karmic spores in the mind called anushaya that get deposited in your astral body as asaya, the karmic embryos. You need to know that every thought that runs in your mind does not create those bonds. Only about 1% or 2% of thoughts may pollute the mind. Because of your lustful or hateful wishes and desires, and your thoughts around those, this ruminating thought process, thinking round and round on something, is called rudha, and stop thinking like that is called nirudha, through lust, hatred, or ignorance, raga, dvasha, moha, you create karmic seeds called anushaya, defilements. Those karmic seeds, or the unfinished businesses, are the reason for the next birth. This is how the trap of samsara is formed. Upadanas are like an electronic tag attached to a commodity in a shop. How much you try to hide it in the pocket, you cannot leave the shop floor as long as you carry that thing with you. As long as you have attachments and wishes of sensual objects you hope to possess, tanha and upadana bonds, you cannot leave this prison of the unending birth and rebirth cycle of samsara. If you want to leave, then you need to clean your mind of the baggage and leave empty-handed from the world without trying to take anything with you, even in your mind. That is why it is important to clean up your mind from attachments and defilements. Since it is your mind, You have to do it by yourself, as no other external force can clean your mind for you. In a nutshell, the way out from prison is not to have any desire for anything within the walls of the prison, the world. How do you clean your mind in order to get released from the cycle of samsara will be discussed in the next video. Please like and subscribe so you will be notified.